CPAC, are you enjoying your freedom in Florida? No masks, no vaccine mandates at the door. I mean, even socialists like AOC and Swalwell flee their communist-run states and come here. And who can blame them? They don't even want to live under the same communist policies that they support. Well, it's an honor to be with you today, and I'm blessed to call Florida home. I'm Congressman Greg Steube, and I'm honored to represent a district just south of here that we call the heartland of Florida, where there's more cows and citrus trees than people, and that's how we like it. So all you kind folk from up north who want to move here, well, that's just fine. You're welcome to come on down. God bless you. Just don't mess it up. It's hard to talk about the threat of China without touching on the other clusters that Biden has created throughout the world. And as someone who had the honor of putting on the uniform and deploying in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, I'm acutely aware of the weakness in leadership that leads to conflict, versus what we had in President Trump, which was peace through strength. What is happening in the Ukraine is a direct result of Biden's failures in Afghanistan. And because of his failures in Afghanistan and now the Ukraine, China knows that they can do whatever they want, and Biden will do nothing to stop them. America must have the will, the strength, and the intellect to counter the rise in threats that we face from our enemies. But as we speak, the U.S. is failing on the world stage because our president is compromised. Let's just put a few facts out there to illuminate the point. Hunter Biden's firm got $3.8 billion on a deal with a company associated with the Chinese Communist Party. That's $3.8 billion with a B. We know that Hunter was gifted a diamond worth $80,000 and paid an additional $10,000 per year from a Chinese energy company. We know for a fact that individuals from the Chinese energy company acknowledged to Hunter that he would withhold 10% of payments for the big guy. We know that Hunter's been a board member of an equity investment firm in Beijing since as early as 2013, and as of this summer, Hunter still owned a 10% stake in that company. And that's just China. Meanwhile, Hunter's raking in $50,000 a month from a Ukrainian company as well. Maybe that's why suddenly Biden wants to be tough on Russia. Everyone in the world knows what we know. Our president is completely and utterly compromised by these foreign interests. The Biden administration has brought immense corruptness and instability to our foreign relations. How can we possibly expect our allies to take the U.S. seriously on the world stage? At the end of Trump's first term, the administration stated that the Chinese Communist Party is, and I quote, the greatest threat to the America today. So tell me why the son of our vice president, and now our president, is receiving bribes from this country. So let me be clear. The rise of China is unlike any threat that the United States has ever faced. Their sophistication is unparalleled. But as we all saw in Afghanistan, the Biden administration can't even hold their own against a terrorist organization, who incidentally didn't kill anybody when President Trump was president. Conflict with China would be magnified to a point that our nation has never experienced before. Do you think that China has been watching what has happened in Afghanistan and now in the Ukraine? With their eye on Taiwan, the Chinese have sent nearly 1,000 military sorties into the Taiwanese airspace in just last year, and already 39 since the new year. We must ask ourselves this question: why now? Do you think this would be happening if President Trump was president? Of course not. Our enemies know they have a golden opportunity to take what they want, so long as the big guy is in the Oval Office. The Chinese want Taiwan for the same reason that Putin wants the Ukraine, and they know the time to strike is now, while the U.S. has these compromised, corrupt, and weak leaders in office. Under President Trump, the U.S. projected peace through strength. The U.S. is not the world's policeman, but our adversaries respected us and knew not to test us. Trump didn't start a single war. He kept us out of conflict for 4 years. And in just 1 year into Biden's presidency, we've seen 2 U.S. embassies close. And today, Europe is at war, and China is watching closely to make moves of their own. And we've already given the Taliban an entire country in the Middle East, along with billions in our military equipment and weapons. Biden is encouraging war through his weakness. We know Joe Biden and his family won't hold China accountable, and it's time that we flip the script. We can counter the rise of China, and conservatives have the solution. We need to sanction the Chinese Communist Party now. Why are we not holding them accountable for COVID? Let's support domestic production of products and tariff Chinese products. But the only way to do this is to take back the majority. Conservatives will take on China with the toughest package of sanctions ever proposed by Congress. We will sanction Chinese Communist Party leaders for their malign influence campaigns. And their internment of Uyghurs and their assault of Hong Kong. Our strategy is a whole-of-government response to protect the U.S. economy and putting America first while putting China last. President Trump was right. America First policies work, and they can work again. But we need Republican majorities in Congress and America First patriot back in the White House to do it. As long as the big guy is in office and Nancy Pelosi is running the House, nothing will change. We need you to help get Republicans elected and keep Republicans in office. Help America First candidates who will hold China accountable. CPAC, a big red wave, is coming in November. And soon we will have leaders in America that make our country look like the beacon of liberty and freedom that it should. Thank you for fighting for freedom. Thank you for what you do to make America great. Enjoy freedom in Florida, and God bless each and every one of you.